Welcome to this gentle Hatha yoga to soothe overwhelm and body tension. We're going to start resting back on your back. For this class, you're going to need a block. You can have your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor, or you can have your legs long, whatever feels best for you and your body. Just take a moment to arrive here now. Feel the support of the earth underneath you. So you're going to rub your hands together. We're going to offer ourselves some gentle grounding somatic touch. You're going to place your hands on your lower belly. Feel that grounding and soothing touch in your belly. Allow it to offer some soothing support and encourage some gentle breaths into your lower belly. Then you can rub your hands together again. Create some soothing and healing energy. And place your hands on your heart center. And let this soothe and calm your heart. Then rub your hands together again. And place your hands on your head. And let this calming, soothing energy from your hands calm your mind from all the overthinking, the overwhelm, the overstimulation. You can even just take your fingertips and wipe them across your forehead. And then take your hands behind your head. Let your elbows drop wide. Yours will probably drop onto the ground. You're going to take your feet as wide as your mat and then let them drop over to the left and take your eyes over to the right. So we're going to do like the basic exercise for vagus nerve regulation. You guys are going to the sun's right in my eyes, so I'm not going to. So you're looking to the right. Your knees are going to the left. You might yawn or swallow or sigh here. And then inhale, come back center. And you can sway your knees to the other side. So your knees go to the right now and your eyes look to the left. And I realize even though my eyes are closed, I can still look to the left. So we're doing the basic exercise combined with a knee sway. And then bring your eyes and your knees back to the center. You can release your hands down by the side of your body. You're going to inhale, take your arms overhead, let your shoulders be heavy, and then exhale down and around. Keep your ribs dropping here. So feel your ribs sinking down and into the earth as your shoulders roll up. And exhale, feel your shoulder blades swoop down as you bring your arms down and around. Rib cage descends, shoulder blades swoop down and around. Feel how this releases tension in your shoulders. Inhale, your arms come overhead. Exhale, your shoulder blades swoop down and around, breathing with the movement. Then you can bend your knees and you can roll your pelvis just to move your hips a little bit. And then cross your right ankle over your left thigh and draw your left leg in for sleeping pigeon just to release your glutes and outer thighs a little bit. Breathe into your hips. And release this side down. Keep your right knee bent. Extend your left leg long. Press into your right foot. Tuck your left hips under and cross your right knee over just to get some rotation through your spine. Breathing into your right side ribs here. Releasing tension in your spine is really supportive for your nervous system. Rolling back on your back, untucking your hips, bending both knees again, feet flat on the floor, just giving your pelvis a little rock. And then crossing your left ankle over your right thigh, drawing your right knee in, sleeping pigeon on your left side, shoulders heavy. Breathing right down into your pelvic bowl. And then you can release your legs. Take your legs out long. This is something I've been playing with a little bit in my own practice lately. I've been finding it very soothing for my nervous system. You're just going to wiggle your hips from side to side. I'm calling this settling. And let your whole body be released. Imagine like if you were rocking a baby. That's how it feels to me. So then feel your whole spine being released, your neck, your shoulders, your hips. It's just like your bones are being settled in your tissues. So it's really, I'm finding it really useful for releasing body tension. So I'm finding it similar to Qigong, shaking the tree, but more soothing. Maybe this is something that already exists. You can let me know in the comments. Okay, and then we're going to take your arms overhead, and you're going to reach your right arm up, and then your left arm up. And this is like the Qigong exercise, picking cherries, except for you're doing it lying on your back. And I also find this sort of, it's just different, maybe a little more soothing and grounding and supportive on your back. Okay, let's just pause and notice how you're feeling. Okay, let's make our way up to seated. We're going to take your arms overhead, arc them up, tuck your chin, pull your rib cage down, and roll all the way up to seated. You're going to come onto all fours for cat pose, or you can take this seated on a chair or cross-legged, whatever works best for you and your body. Let's just do some exhaling and rounding and inhaling and arching. Great to massage your nervous system. And then let's circle our rib cage. So circle the backs of your ribs up towards the sky and then down towards the ground. Exhale, round up. Inhale, round down. And circle the other way. And then we'll walk to the side and you'll round and arch. And then we'll go to the other side. Just feeling how soothing this is to massage your nervous system this way. And then take your right hand behind your head, elbow down to your wrist, and inhale, open up. And the other side. And hands back under your shoulders. Let's just glide your shoulder blades up. Glide them down your back. Press them around. Tuck your toes under here. Inhale. Exhale, lift your knees off the ground. Inhale into your side ribs and your back. Exhale. And gather your strength into your center. Then you're going to inhale, lower your knees. Sit back on your heels and come into child's pose, or knees to chest on your back. Lengthen out your spine long and breathe into your low back. Then you're going to walk your hand back And you're going to come up onto your knees, and you can walk your left leg through for lunge pose. It doesn't have to be a big lunge pose where you lean right into your hips. In fact, if you take a more square lunge pose and then tuck your pelvis under, you'll feel the sensation in the front of your hip down through your quad. You're going to inhale, reach your right arm up. Side bend over. And then bend your right arm behind your back and reach your hand and just use it to encourage your elbow behind a bit. Opening up through your hip and your triceps. Releasing that down. You're going to inhale, take your right arm up. Exhale and circle it down and around. And then we're going to switch sides for that. So you're going to walk your right foot through. And again, it doesn't have to be a big lunge. You're going to pelvic tilt, create the opening through your hip through that pelvic tilt and the lean into your hip here. Then we started just with your arm up, a side bend into it to increase sensation. Dropping your left hand behind, bring your right arm over to open up that tricep. Feel how that gets into your hip as well. And then you can release that down and you're going to add the circles. And from here, we're going to come up to standing. Okay, when we come to standing, we're going to just take our feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. And you're going to move from your hips and get your arms swinging so that they tap your lower belly and your low back. And just let everything be as free and easy as possible. And the movement come from your hips. So this helps you to find your center, your lower dantian, and your kidneys, which helps to give you energy. Okay, then we're gonna just shake it out. And as you're shaking, you can focus on letting tension drop down out of your body into the earth. Just pause here for a moment. Notice how you feel. Notice if there's release tension, less overwhelm, and also feel the energy moving inside you. And you're going to take your arms up and drop them down. Up and drop them down. And then you're going to add a little twist. And you can just imagine releasing any overwhelm and tension. And then just pause here again. Notice how you're feeling. Notice if there's less tension in your shoulders, in your neck, your head, your hips. Then you're going to roll your pelvis over your leg bones here. And you're going to just let your arms go like pendulums from side to side. You can let your head dangle here too so that you get some traction through your neck. Okay, so come up. So you're going to have two arms going at the same time. I had one arm going so my mic wasn't rubbing against my shirt. Okay, and just notice how you're feeling here. So we did a lot of sort of more invigorating, releasing, and we're going to create something really soothing for the nervous system now. We're going to move the chi along the meridians here, which the way we're going to do it I find very soothing for the nervous system. So you're going to start at your heart. You're going to go down the inside of your arm, up the outside of your arm, across your heart, down the inside of your other arm, up the outside of your arm, down your heart, down the sides of your bodies. You're going to circle on your kidneys inwards, so you're drawing the chi in. So gathering the chi. You're going to go down the backs of your legs, around your feet, and up the insides of your legs. And then you're going to circle in your belly, so you're centering and gathering all that energy in your lower dantian. So let's inhale, take our arms up. Go down the back of your head, around the back of your neck. You can soothe your heart. Go down the insides of your arms, up the outsides of your arms. Slide down the insides of your arms, up the outsides of your arms. Go down your heart, sides of your body. Circle inwards on your kidneys. Just feel how soothing this is. Down the backs of your legs, around your feet, up the insides of your legs. Circle at your belly. So just one more time, you're going to inhale up. We're going to gather all that soothing, grounding, regulating energy down the back of your head and your neck. And soothe your neck and your heart. Down the inside of your arm, up the outside of your arm, across your heart. Down the inside of your arm, up the outside of your arm, down your heart, soothe down the side of your body, circle at your kidneys, go down the backs of your legs, around the inside of your feet, up the insides of your legs, circle at your belly. Just notice how soothing that is, how regulating it is for your nervous system. How centering, now you're centering the energy in your lower dantian, in your power center. Notice how you're feeling. Okay, we're going to move into some grounding, balancing poses, which I find to be very centering, presencing, bring us into the present moment so we're not worrying about the past, the future. We're just coming right into now so we can really be present with ourselves and what's happening in our body. So you're going to stand on, let's start by standing on your right foot. You're going to come and hold on to your left foot, roll your shoulder back and down. We'll open up into a version of dancer. Release. We're going to circle that leg around, cross it over the top of your thigh, and let's bring your hands to your heart center, come down into a standing pigeon. And then let's come back up into dancer. Open up. So we're moving through these balancing postures. So we have to be focused. Okay, and then you can release that down. Pause and notice how you feel. So we're going to go ahead and do this on the other side so that we're just really moving and feeling that grace of transitioning between one thing and the other, being really present with yourself, allowing yourself to move with ease, without any body tension, without overwhelm. So now you're standing on your left foot, just flowing between dancer and standing pigeon. You can release that down and notice what it feels like to move slowly, to be in balance. You can take those things with you off your mat. We're going to do another one, just moving slowly, transitioning between one pose, side to side. So take your legs wide. We're going to do reverse warrior from side to side. So I'll talk you through the first one, and then I'll just let us be in silence and just gently moving through it. I think it just gives us a chance to be in peace and transition, release tension from our bodies, and just see what it feels like to be quiet as we're moving and feel our bodies. So turn your left toes out, sink down through your right sit bone, reverse back, come up, turn your toes, and reverse back. And let's just go from side to side. Let this be a meditational movement. Okay, then turn your toes forward, roll your pelvis over your leg bones, come into a standing forward fold. We're going to come down onto our bellies. Okay, wiggle your hips from side to side. Tuck your toes under, lift your knees, reach back through your heels. Feel all that space in your low back. Hands under your shoulders. Inhale, lift. And lower down, rest. You know that moment when you realize that you forgot to do the twist, one twist on the other side at the beginning of the class? I just had that moment right now. I'll even you out at the end of the class, sorry, at the beginning. Okay, we're gonna do Malasana. I was being fancy with my sequencing, and then that'll teach me. Okay, so you're gonna come into Malasana sitting on a block. You can also do this sitting in a chair. Okay, what we're going to do here is you're going to inhale, open, and inhale, open. Exhale, and you come back to the center. This gets into your thoracic spine, which is just very tight, so be patient and gentle with yourself here. Okay, come back to the center. Let's even you out from that twist I missed at the beginning. Okay, bend your left leg, tuck your right hip under, cross your left leg over. And come back to the center, untuck our hips. Okay, we're going to do the twist that was planned for the end of the class. You're going to have your knees bent, your feet flat on the floor. You're going to press into your hips, take them over to the right side of the mat, lower over to the left side. So this is just reminding me to be gentle and compassionate with yourself and others, to not expect perfectionism of ourselves. There's a lot going on behind the scenes in all of our lives that most other people don't see. So for example, when we're filming here, we're cutting all the time for things that are happening in the background. And so of course it's hard for me to keep it all straight. And that's true of you guys in your lives too, right? There's tons of things going on in the background that cause overwhelm and tension. And so we can all just be a little bit more compassionate with each other in our lives. Come back to the center, untuck your hips and give your spine a chance to unravel all those twists. So nice to release tension in our nervous system as they get into our spine. And then pick up your hips, take them over to the left side of your mat, drop your knees over to your right. Let's come back to the center, untuck your hips. Release your legs down or keep them bent, whatever feels best in your body. Find a position that you want to take for Shavasana. Let yourself settle in. Notice how you feel at the end of the class now. Continue to rest back here. I'm going to sit up and read you a poem. This is called Returning to Stillness by Rosemerry, Wahtola, Trommer. I can't unnotice this fist that has grabbed my chest and squeezes it hard. This prickly balloon that seems to have blown itself up in my belly. To be still today is to notice that so much inside me is writhing, squirming, thrashing. Hello, discomfort. Hello, agitation. Hello, wishing that stillness could be more still. Eyes closed, I watch myself as I sit in the middle of the empty room, sunlight stretching across the floor in bright and angled shapes. I zoom out and see the whole house. Zoom out farther and see the yard, the trees. Zoom out until I see our small town, then a blur of green and brown, then the familiar blue and green curve of the earth as it spins and orbits. The earth is anything but still, and yet such spaciousness surrounds it. Oh, sweet woman sitting still in your room, with your hand on your heart, and a world of thrust and upheaval spinning inside you. Right now, it's like this. You're being moved. You're still. It's like this. So just take a moment to notice how you're feeling. My heart just feels so moved by that poem. So go ahead and invite some movement back into your body. You can start to wiggle and stretch out. This is going to be my focus. This is where I'm feeling guided to go as we go towards the end of the year. I'm really bringing this focus into our membership community right now to support highly sensitive people through the rest of the year. So if that seems like something that would be supportive for you, you can join our membership community as well, where I give a lot more intimate support to our members. And I would love it if you press like on this video and put I'm offering compassion to my overwhelm in the comments. That really helps the algorithm put this video in front of more people like you. So thanks so much for joining us today. I'm sending you much love from beautiful British Columbia. May your joy be as deep as the Pacific Ocean. May you be as rooted as the old growth trees in our forest. May you be as strong as the mountains.